Are we starting? Okay, hello there, Diana. This is Elise Benin, and I am with Diana Valentine for the third in our series of little video chats in preparation for the Creative Freelancer Conference, which is coming up June 5th and 6th in Denver, Colorado. And we will be there. I hope you will be. Welcome, Diana.
Thank you. You guys better be there. That's why I'm coming to see you.
I will definitely be there. So, what are we talking about today,
Well,
Diana?
I'm really excited about this series of videos because these are the things that I wish somebody had told me before I went to my first year of conferences, because I jumped into conferences gangbusters, and I know a lot of people who are coming to Denver are going to 3-4 conferences this year. So bring your energy, get some extra sleep the week before you come. And we're talking about tribes today. We're talking about the way that you find your people. And I think this is super beautiful. And the Creative Freelancer Conference has been an amazing source of tribe for me. And I know it's a big deal for you too, Elise.
Yeah, so let's define tribes. I mean, what has happened the last 2 years so far at the conference is that because it's such a small group, I mean, maybe 150 people will be there. That's what we're hoping for. And so it's everyone in one room sitting around essentially round tables. And we have found that the people who you sit at the table with in the morning, some of those groups end up turning into what we're calling tribes because they essentially spend the whole conference together and get to know each other really well, which is great and, fun at the conference. But the important part is how you build on that after the conference, because it's really easy to go to a conference and get all excited, and then you get home and all of that somehow falls away because you don't know how to integrate it into the rest of your life. So that's what we've seen happen, and that's what we encourage people to do from the very first session. So what do you think of that, Diana?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think it happens organically. I think it's just a natural thing that we connect with people, especially when we're going through some kind of a process. So most of us are bringing something to the conference, an idea or something that we need or some way we want to move our business forward. And who's better to support you than the other people who are going through that exact same process? One of the things that you've mentioned in the past, Elise, and I think you're kind of a leader in breaking some of these taboos or myths about solopreneurs being natural competitors.
Mm.
Not true. I think solopreneurs are natural collaborators, and that there's a way that you can have a sort of collaborative support, or even a little edginess, little competition that says, hey, I'm here to help you bring your game up. That's why I'm going to the conference. I want everybody to be on their A game, and all of us need a little coaching and a little support to get there, whether it's from a peer or a coach, or most of us don't have supervisors. Most of us don't have somebody who's saying, in your solo business you should really be trying to do X, Y, and Z. We don't have somebody watching over us. So it's a great opportunity to create your own supervisory group, your own advisory board in the form of a tribe.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that point about the competition, because it's true. I do think a lot of people come into the room imagining that it's full of their competitors, and what they find amazingly, consistently, is that everyone is so willing to share all the information that they have so far, and the experiences that they've had, and the success stories and the failures especially, and it really becomes a very kind of supportive, without saying support group atmosphere.
Super generous group of people. I've had so much support. I found from the Creative Freelancers Conference, I have found a brilliant source of my branding, Steve Gordon in Omaha, Nebraska. He changed my life. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that designers, writers, photographers, we're there to help people bring themselves out into the world. So why not look for that for ourselves within our community of people? I mean, these are our people. These are our chosen few we're the outliers. We're the teeniest little fraction of the 1% who not only is out hanging our own shingle, but we're showing up at this once a year thing. We're this teeny little group of people who are total whippersnappers. We're there because we want to bring something, we want to get something, and we really, really, really want to change something in the world. So for me, you guys are my people, and I'm excited to be there. One of the things we talked about that I think is really important to think about before you come to the conference is, what would up your game? What do you need? What are you really looking for? Because we can certainly find some awesome people to socialize with. Some of who are now my closest friends I met at the first Creative Freelancers Conference. But what do you really need to move you forward? What are you looking for? Where technically even where do you need support? Make a little list of that and keep that in mind, and you'll find that you'll magically attract the people who have your answers. Just trust it.
I don't even think it's magic. I think if you're clear in your mind,
Right.
and you come with questions and you come with, here's what I'm looking for, and you even say it to people, then you'll find those people, or you'll put a little note up on the bulletin board to look for those people. I spoke actually to a woman a couple of weeks ago who had been to the first Freelancers Conference, and she said that since then she and 4 other women from around the country have
Right.
met on the phone and talked once a month since then, and really kind of serve as an advisory board for each other. And that's really what's possible, and it is so helpful in the growth of your business once you get home. So I just want to emphasize that.
Yeah, and I want to make sure I insert a little technique here, because I think that we underestimate how overwhelming, I mean, even though this is a small conference with 150, how overwhelming it is to be with 150 people for a day or two. It's very intense, and I'm a super athletic networker. Like, I can connect with a lot of people, but I can't keep all that information in my head. So I have 2 techniques. One is I always write down on the back of their business card something that stood out, some way that we're connected or some interest that we have in common, something that I could provide to them in follow-up, or something that I might want from them or might want to learn more about. If someone mentions that they have a newsletter, I might go check it out and see if I want to subscribe. That sort of thing is really going to help you connect with those people and be able to deal with the sort of overwhelm of, who was that person who gave me this beautiful pink card? Like, I can't remember anything about them just from their card, because it's sort of artificial. So keep notes and definitely follow up. I also keep a little backup in the back of my Creative Freelancer notebook. Still have a spiral bound notebook from one of the conferences. I keep on the back 2 pages my people pages. So I make a list of names and experiences, maybe some notes that I couldn't fit on a business card. And then I have like a core reference of people. Also, you'll find that you'll see people the next day and you like them, but you can't remember their name, and you've got a little handy cheat sheet where you don't have to carry their cards around.
But also their name tag.
Right.
The last point I want to make, Diana, is one of the things that I think is unusual and different about this conference is that everyone comes alone. Almost everyone comes alone. Whereas I know a lot of people are nervous about going to conferences where they don't know anyone, right, or where the people who are there are already going to know other people and stay in their cliques. But we have found that that is not what happens at the Creative Freelancer Conference, that because everyone comes alone, they're especially more open to talking to people and meeting people and making those connections. So if that's one of your worries, don't worry.
Yeah. And if you tend to be a shy person and you don't tend to walk up to strangers, it's a good thing to remember that most of us are that way. I'm a complete freak. I'll walk up to anybody, right, but I'm pretty rare. So please don't be shy. And also, don't rule out the speakers and the organizers. We're there to build our tribes too. So please reach out to us. Don't feel like you're imposing by saying hi. And I know for one, I can't wait to meet you guys.
Great. Me too. I can't wait to get there. And if you aren't registered yet, of course, you can still register if you go to creativefreelancerconference.com, and we will see you there. And Diana, why don't you give your web address?
Yeah, and you guys can come check me out over on dianavalentine.com, and my name is spelled D-Y-A-N-A, Valentine like Valentine's Day.com. I can't wait to see you in Denver and see you online.
Great. Thanks, Diana.
Thank you, Elise.
Bye.